Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore, the series where we make things very difficult for ourselves by sticking all the difficulty settings onto the highest level and also adding in additional rules and regs that we have to follow as well. Tonight, it's round 13, the final race before the summer break. We're heading to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. And as the title of the stream suggests, will we start our summer break going out with a bang or a whimper? On paper, we could potentially do quite well here tonight. On paper. I expect a reasonably good qualifying, as we usually seem to do, but especially considering that of all the aspects of our car, this circuit most suits what we currently have as a package. We're very good in the high speed, we've got good straight line speed, we've got a good DRS. Everything else about the car is pretty average to terrible, but this circuit is all about high speed downforce, and a good DRS. So theoretically, we could be knocking on the door of points tonight. However, we've been saying that for the last couple of races, and although we've qualified well, we've gone backwards in the race. So is that going to be the case again tonight? What's going to make it even trickier is the weather. As you can see, we have a wet Friday and a wet Sunday. So we could have a wet quali. We will definitely have a wet race. We will have a dry sprint. Is that going to throw a monkey in the wrench? A monkey wrench into the works and just completely foul up our plans, or will it actually work to our advantage? You know, we could catch the AI sleeping, perhaps. Who knows? Let's see where we sit exactly on paper. There you see, we have 5th in straight line speed, so effectively we are the 3rd quickest car when it comes to top speed, which is pretty amazing, really, when you consider how our season's gone so far. And we're 9th in DRS, so that's slipped a little bit. We're 9th in high-speed downforce as well. So those are the 3 key areas that I think are going to be effective on this circuit. Obviously, acceleration helps. Here, we do not have good acceleration. And we do not have good low-speed or medium-speed downforce. We have terrible dirty air tolerance. You know, our speed advantage over the average isn't that big, nor is our DRS advantage, and nor is our high speed advantage, but our deficits can be quite substantial depending on which area you're looking at. So yeah, mixed bag. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do tonight. How you doing, Baron? How you doing, Mr. Water? How you doing, Joshua? Good to see you guys. Right, let's set some targets for tonight. Let's start off. Let's see, the incentive is 2 in the top 12. I'd like to think we could achieve that, but I thought we'd get both cars into Q2 last night, and we only got 1 through, which was very disappointing. I am going to gamble on getting 1 car into Q3. I still think we'll get both cars into Q2, although I'm not sure we'll get them both into the top 12. Finish position 1 in the top 12. I'd like to think that would be achievable. I don't know about fastest lap. With the weather and the fact that even in a dry race, this is only a 1-stop race, I don't think fastest lap's achievable. Hungary was a bit different because we could kind of play with strategy a bit and offset our tyres against the AI. Can't really do that here. Quali streak, got a new one, 2 in the top 14 for 2 races. Hopefully we can achieve that. And finish position streak, 1 in the top 14 for 5 races with 2 down, 3 to go. So let's see how we can get on as far as that goes. Do I have spare parts going into this? I've got no spare chassis, no spare side pods, no spare suspensions, and only 1 spare front wing. So if we have a prang, could be an expensive race weekend. We certainly don't have the money to buy an emergency part, which doesn't help. let's see how we do. Let's head to Spa.
This weekend we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège. Halfway through the season, it's too early to call the championship. Can teams make good before the summer break, or will they be hoping for a reset? This circuit was built in 1921, and even though its length was halved in 1979, the Belgian Grand Prix is still one of the longest, fastest, and most magical races on the F1 calendar.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form, as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
So, let the weekend begin.
So let's get our cars prepped for this weekend. Start off by taking out the good bits that we've got in the car. Put the older, more worn bits in. And same for Oscar. There we go. Okay, so run plan is 15 laps for Spa, so we don't need to change that. Change the settings there, and now comes the fun bit, trying to figure out what setup to go with. I'm gonna go 3.5 and a 9. Oh no, 9's not going to work. Alright, let's have a look at a 9.5 setup then. Let's go 4, 9.5, 4, 6, 3.2, and a 0.35. There we go, let's try that one. This could be a 10. I do have a 10 setup. No, 2 10 setups in my book, so it might be a 10 on the rear wing, but we'll see how that one goes. And let's take a look at what we want to do with Liam. Again, let's drop those settings down. Setup. Let's try the 9 on this one then. Let's go 3.5, 9. Oh, that's a bit risky. Let's go with a different 9.5 then. Let's go with a 4, a 9.5, a 3.7, a 3.4, and a 0.85. Yeah, let's give that a go. And that's already done, that's done. Alright, let's send them to practice 1. And when's it going to rain? Okay, so we'll go out with a set of mediums. And then switch to inters for the second half of the session.
Radio check, radio check.
All right, there we go. I'm doing pretty well, Baron. Thanks for asking. Got my Aliens Dark Descent Platinum earlier today, so quite pleased with that one. Put it off for a little while, but went through and did a couple of new runs to make sure I've got all my data pads now that that's been fixed with the patch, and then to do a new Game Plus run on hardcore, or nightmare mode, to get the the last 2 difficulty trophies because they do stack. So did it on Nightmare, which got me the Nightmare and the hard difficulty in one go. And that was it.
Rain still coming. Copy.
Just need to finish off my isolation run now. Get the platinum for
So
that.
now you have rain.
Yeah, copy that.
Oh, that rain's come a bit earlier than I thought it would. Alright, well, we'll stay out on these tyres. So we get our feedback. %for Oscar, so some work needed there. We'll call him in.
What's your limitation?
Alright, 96, that's pretty good. I think I'll leave Liam out until he finishes his run and then make the changes there. Oh, actually, no, the track's going to get wet, isn't it? Then it's going to dry up again. Yeah, let's call him in now as well. He'll only be out there for another few minutes anyway. Sort of 7 minutes before he comes in. I need to go back and do a clean-up run on Robocop as well to get my platinum for that. Most of the trophies, just need a couple more, I think. And then that sets me up for some fun over Christmas and New Year period. I've got Jedi Survivor and God of War Ragnarok to play through. Picked up Jedi at the beginning of the month in the December sales, the end of year sales, and the January sale went live yesterday, I think it was, and so I picked up a copy of God of War Ragnarok for that as well, because I've been waiting for a sale for that. Evening, Farrah. Alright, so let's make the changes here. Let's go to a 3.2 maybe? No, that's a bit too much. It's a 26. So it's a 96. I think need to find 4%, so it might be enough just doing that. We'll try that. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing God of War. I love the first one. I said the first one. I love the last one. It's not the first one, really. It's the first in the change of direction away from hack and slash to sort of story-driven RPG. Absolutely adored that game, and yeah, I can't wait to play Ragnarok. Interestingly, I've noticed Valhalla is only available on PS5. The expansion doesn't seem to be available for the PS4 version. I don't know if that's deliberate or just a temporary thing. Even John. Oh, I forgot to change the tyres, didn't I? You know what? I'm going to stay on... Oh, damn it. I'm going to stay on the mediums. Controversially. I'm going to be slow, but I'm going to save those inters because we've got, qualifying coming up where we're probably going to need some inters, and then we've got a wet race. We haven't got that many sets, so I'm going to hang on to them. Top this out on dry weather tyres. It's going to be an interesting sort of 20 minutes on track for our drivers. I'm really looking forward to Jedi as well. I was a big fan of the last one, Fallen Order. And when they released the PS5 version, I just imported my save and auto-pinged the Platinum, but I did go back about a year afterwards and then play it all the way through in its entirety on the PS5. And, really enjoyed it. John says P10 in the bag today. Well, I've been a bit overconfident in the last couple of races, and it hasn't paid off. I'm not going to count my chickens tonight. I mean, on paper we should have a decent chance, but yeah, it's on paper, isn't it?
How does it feel?
Right, we got closer with Oscar, but we're still lacking a little bit. Let's call him in.
And how's the car?
And we're almost there with Liam. May as well call him in as well, see if we can get that tweaked. Alright, so that is going to be a 3-7. I wonder if they're on the same setup, you know. I wonder. My first PC, not a 486, I had a 386, I think. Windows 3.11. I played a lot of Sensible World of Soccer. Oh, that and Speedball 2. Absolutely loved Speedball 2.
Taken the checkered flag.
Oh, and of course, how could I forget, Microprose F1. I used to be able to set blisteringly fast laps at Monaco on that. Alright. Get ready for quali.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Just like normal qualifying, the session this weekend will be divided into Q1, Q2 and Q3, with the best times determining the grid for the sprint. Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
Alright, did we get any feedback from our drivers on the changes that we made? Not in the right place. Let's take a look at Oscar. Again, not in the right place, but I think we'll roll the dice on those. I'm going to screenshot these so I can add them to the book if they're correct. Right. Breaking out some new engines for this one. Let's go into quali.
Green light, green light.
Right, I absolutely do not want to be giving anyone behind us a slipstream here, so
Okay, copy.
we're going to be taking manual control straight away.
Maximum tyre and brake warming.
Yeah, copy.
whole grid's going to come pouring out.
On tires, we are good to push one step more.
Copy.
Evening, Victor.
We can push one more step on tires.
Copy. No saving required.
Copy. So let's push.
Copy that.
You can push more.
Yeah.
Right, hopefully we're not going to catch the back of the field. That would ruin our laps. It's going to get a little bit squeaky bum time here. I think we're just going to get away with it. Yeah, Albon's just started his flying lap now, so yeah, we'll just about get away with it. Close though. It is advantage Lawson at the moment. This is proper one-shot quali. We're not going to have time for another lap after this one.
Charge on.
Copy box.
We need to protect the front tires.
Copy.
Oh, 7/10. That's a big
Look
difference.
after front tyres.
Yep.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yep.
I'm a little worried that Oscar's not going to get through, being that far off. Maybe I should have gone for 2 flying laps back to back. Here comes the rain. Come on, I need people to be slower than Oscar here.
Rain's still
Everyone's
coming.
faster than him.
Copy.
Come on, somebody be slower than him. Yeah, there we go. One person. Oh dear, he's out. Yep. So Oscar's out. Unless it dries up. Well, maybe it'll be dry enough at the end of the session, but I somehow doubt it. I'll send him out again, but... Oscar just not getting his tyres switched on, it would seem. That track water's not coming down, is it? There we go. Is it going to come down enough? Maybe. Got to send him out just on the off chance. But, yeah, looking at that, I don't know if it's actually going to get dry enough. Yeah, it's not going to improve. Let's call him in. Alright, Oscar's out. That's a pain. So, it's going to make it a tough afternoon for Piastri on Saturday.
There's a yellow
but
flag
maybe
now.
he can gain a few places in the sprints, set him up for the race. So it's not all doom and gloom yet. He has got a 3-place penalty, so he'll be starting at the back. Let's see what we can do with Liam. Can we get him into Q3 again like we did last night? No penalty for him tonight. We're starting with a set of enters. Oh, let me see. 98% with the car setup. Okay, that's close. But we did get a 100 with Lawson. Very nice. Going to do one lap on the inters just to get a baseline of confidence in, even though it's going to go dry.
So let's prepare the lap.
Copy.
So we'll just whiz through this lap because everyone's going to go faster. Oh, got a crash. Who crashed? That's one of the Red Bulls, I think. Yeah, Checo crashed, broke his front wing. Alright, so nice starting level of confidence. Going to load up for another lap. Try and get that confidence into peak before we switch on to dries. much traffic. Yeah, he's got held up in every sector. All right, let's call him in. Okay, well, we are currently in 10th place. Nah, 11th place. 12th place. I'll just shut up now. Alright, here we go then. One shot. Can we find enough pace to knock out Max Verstappen? Unless Max is on a lap. I don't think he is. Nope, Max is in the garage. Max is out anyway. Okay. Hamilton's out. Tsunoda is out, Zhou's out, Max is out. It's just down to whether or not we can knock out Ocon now. Payback for yesterday. Yeah, see, we can do dirty to Ocon like he did to us. At the very least, we're going to qualify in 12th. Oh, get out of the way, Ferrari! Oh, that hurt us. Oh! Check it out. P1. Wow. Well, we knocked out Ocon. Can we just end qualifying there? I just want to savour that for a moment. Okay, let's get on with Q3. Taking a gamble. Let's see what the weather's going to do before we go out. Okay, so reconfigure. Let's go with a set of brand new softs.
Green light now. Warm up tires.
Right, come on, Liam. Need a big lap. I also need Perez, who is the lead car behind us, to make a mistake, bring out a yellow flag, and cause everyone behind him in that queue to scrub their lap. I was just looking to see, I can't see where Max is, and of course Max isn't in, he went out. He'll start 12th. Which means he'll probably come second in the sprint and then win the race.
Straight out, track is clear. Charge off and push when you want.
Right, then here we go. 2 minutes till the rain. A minute and a half to find out just how well we can do. Russell has left it late. I think he might get caught with rain at the end of his lap. Hasn't even crossed the line yet. Rain's only a minute away. We could definitely catch out a couple of cars here, depending on when the rain hits. We need the rain to start as soon as we get on the run up towards the bus stop. As we enter the Stablos. Stablo 1. Stablo 2. Come on, now we want it to start raining. Start raining now. Now, come on. Give me that sweet, sweet rain. There we go. Perfect. $142.7. Ah, Perez got us by 5 thousandths. But everyone else is going to be slower. We were so close. Oh, if I put him on the right tyres at the start and not had that delay of 7 seconds or whatever it was changing the tyres, we'd have had pole position. Oh, still second place. Woo! That's going to be going backwards very quickly in the race, but my God, second. That's it. Stick a fork in it. It's done. No one's going to go any quicker. Excellent lap from Lawson. Almost timed it perfectly with the weather. But, as I say, there's a lot of quick cars behind us that will be overtaking us in the sprint. So, it's probably a bad thing, actually, to be starting in second, because that's going to hammer our confidence very quickly at the start. But hey, if we can just hold position on that first lap, DRS kicks in on lap 2 of the sprint. It is going to be a dry sprint. Maybe we could hang on for a point or two. Top 8 places will pay points. Got a spin for Russell, I think. Yep.
We've got a yellow flag here.
He's absolutely tippy-toeing and he's still lost it. Crikey.
And not much that the team can do about that one.
Well, really contrasting fortunes in qualifying. One in second, one in 19th. One away from pole, one away from the last place. Right, practice 2. Last chance to get the confidence levels up as high as possible for the start.
Green light, green light.
Alright, so let me pull up that screenshot. Lawson. So, let's see, 3.5, 9.5, and a 3.7. It's not in the book. It will be now. Okay, and we can extrapolate Oscar's 100% setup, because it's 2 clicks of toe. So we'll do that at the end of the session. I'm actually feeling semi-confident about Oscar's chances of getting a point in the race.
Crash into 9, so look for debris there.
I think he's going to have a good opportunity to cut his way through the field in the sprint. Less convinced about how Lawson's going to do in the sprint. He's going to go backwards. It's just a question of how far backwards he goes. Hopefully not too far. So if I can hang on for a point in 8th place, that'll set him up nicely for a chance of points in the race as well. I just don't know how we're going to do in the wet. That's the thing. Sprint's going to be our best chance of getting a point, I think, given where Lawson's starting and the fact that it's going to be dry. Just too much unknown about the Sunday at this point. We won't really know what the weather's going to do until we get to selecting the strategy. Alright, it's 80% on the track knowledge. Should get pretty close in the mid-90s. Maybe just about squeeze 100. I think mid-90s is more likely. Maybe not even that. Maybe low 90s. That's 90%. 2 minutes to go. That's 2 laps. 1 lap left now. Couldn't stop him from boxing. Damn it. Alright, well that'd be what, 93% for Lawson. I might be able to squeeze an extra percentage out of Oscar. Because he will go round again for his in-lap. Got him up to 95. Nice. Okay. So 98% and 97%. Not bad.
This weekend, it's something a little bit different, as the Grand Prix grid is decided by more racing in today's eagerly anticipated sprint. The sprint kicks off the racing action for the weekend, a 100-kilometre battle to set the grid for the Grand Prix.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
Well, teams will need to be clever. There's no time to relax. It's the sprint around Spa.
Okay. Let's see if we can extrapolate that setup for Oscar. No, not really. That braking stability doesn't really give me any clues. Although it's going to affect the cornering. If it's going to go anywhere, it's going to go down by 2. Let me have a look. What was that screenshot? So that would be 3.5, 9.5, 3.7, 3.5, and then 0.8. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's get prepped for the Grand Prix. Well, the sprint. So, get the good engine back in the car. With that ERS units. That gearbox. Not taking any chances on it running out. One extra lap of fuel. All right. Everybody ready? Let's go sprinting.
15 long and challenging laps await the drivers in today's sprint here at Spa.
And once the lights go out here at Spa, the attention will shift to the first corner, a turn that has seen its fair share of dramatic incidents over the years.
But just who comes out on top when the checkered flag flies? Here we are, the sprint
Glorious
around
sight.
Spa-Francorchamps.
Seeing Lawson on the front row like that alongside Perez.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Recharge on.
Copy that.
Perez is on mediums.
Copy.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Forgot Piastri's penalty won't apply until the race itself, so it's 3 places off of wherever he finishes.
Just focus on charging the pack.
Yep. Overtake button.
Copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
Right, we're still within a second. So we're going to get the DRS. It's now a question of whether or not we can hold off Gasly.
Copy.
And Code.
DRS enabled.
I didn't honestly expect us to actually challenge Perez for the overtake there, but it would have been nice if we got it.
We need to push harder on tires, they are looking good now.
Copy.
Push on 2 steps harder.
I am absolutely expecting Perez to try and sprint away from us now, which is what he's doing. I'm hoping if we can go with him, we can stay in his DRS for at least a couple more laps and break away from Gasly in the process. But he caught me napping a little bit there.
Use everything.
Copy.
Evening, horrific. Need a good launch. Come on, closing down if you can. It's not enough. Oh, yellow flag behind somewhere. It's Magnussen
Bottas is locked
with a lock. Oh no, Bottas locked up. We just managed to get an overtake.
Oh, we've had a crash.
No, it was Magnussen. Yo. That's what you get, Kevin. Oscar slipped Valtteri a fiver. Well, this is what happens when you don't join early enough to see what's going on. You'll have to go back and watch it. Watch it later, watch qualifying. I think Perez is gone. I don't think we can catch him, but we have managed to break away from Stroll. So when we do inevitably get passed by Gasly, we should have a little bit of a breathing space, you know, even if it is a very, very brief one.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy box.
Still get that slow down here at the end of the lap. Almost in range of Yuki. Did we get him? I think we did. A little bit close. Yes, we did. Excellent. So we can ease off on the tyres there as well
Take
now.
it easy. Copy.
Gasly has got through. Got us on the camel straight. Just need to stay with him.
Pressing out overtake.
Okay, copy.
Stay away from Stroll.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yep. Now we can push 1 step more on tires.
Yeah, we can't stay with him. Alright.
Slow down.
Let's let Stroll get past us and then try and hold off the Ferrari
Recharge on.
by staying with Stroll.
Recharge.
Yeah, copy.
Get us into turn 1, please. There we go. Now we get the DRS on the camel.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Can push 1 step more.
Copy.
use energy.
All right, Oscar's comfortably up. I guess his confidence up to very high. Ooh, Oscar. Come on. Liam, sorry.
Use deploy.
Can't stay with anyone. It's the dirty air that's killing us. We've got decent pace in this car. Not, you know, top 3, top 4 pace, but we've got decent pace. But the dirty air is killing us. Every time we are close, we just end up falling away. Be careful with these tyres as well. I want to hang on, but I don't want to cook the tyres in, you know, in pursuit of just trying to hang on. We just missed out on the DRS, I think. Yeah, we did.
So we need to back off.
Yeah, copy that.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah, copy.
So Oscar's up 3 places so far from where he started, but with that 3-place penalty, he's going to stay 19th. Unless we can make any further forward momentum, which is not the most likely. I don't know, it's a queue of cars there. I think Schumacher's holding up a group of cars. No, it's not Schumacher. They're all tucked up behind Sainz. You've got Sainz holding up Norris and Schumacher and Russell. Then a second back you've got Zhou holding up these cars in front of us. Oh, hello. We are back in range. And stay in range through this slow bit here. I'd like to try and look after the tyres a bit if I can.
We need to protect the front tires.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. Good stuff. Leclerc on a bit of a charge.
You can push harder.
Copy that.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy that.
Really closing up on anyone in front at the moment. Again, can't really push the tyres. I want to make them last. We're just going to miss the DRS here on the start-finish straight. Leclerc's absolutely flying. We might be about to lose another place.
We can put a bit of energy on tires.
Copy.
If I'm really lucky, I might just sneak the DRS here. Yes, thank God for that. That'll help me stay ahead of the Ferrari for at least, you know, a few more corners.
Copy.
Oscar did. Well, it looked like he closed up, but his air was actually half a second slower on that last lap. But the gap's down to 2 seconds. And now Lawson's under real pressure from the Ferrari. It's just a matter of time till Leclerc gets us. Let's let him through.
Charge on. Charge on.
Oh, VSC. Oh, that could save us. Take some pressure out of the tyres to gain some more fuel, get those batteries refilled. And that's another car out of the way of Oscar. That's a big hit. That's him out, I think.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today.
Yeah, so Oscar now up to P15, so he's gained 1 place.
Big shunt. Be careful.
Staying as a VSC. I was wondering if it was going to upgrade to a full safety, but it hasn't. But this will help get our tyre wear back on track. And should hopefully give us enough fuel to push until the, well, maybe not to the end, but certainly towards the end. Bottas going for a pit stop. Got a little bit of damage to his wing after he thumped into the back of Magnussen. No penalty, but it's going to drop him a long way off, even under the VSC. Brand new softs though. If he pushes hard, the remaining 6 laps, you never know. Are you seeing stuff, or was Joe's helmet cracked? I don't know. I didn't notice. Probably just the design. It's not his normal helmet, it's using the generic Williams one. Yeah, this will be enough fuel to push to the end, I think. Oh yeah, comfortably.
No saving required.
Yeah.
Right, question is now, when is the VSC going to end? Now. So we didn't get enough battery.
Copy.
But it will work out nicely for, well, it actually won't. Oscar's too far away.
DRS enabled. Automatic button.
Okay, copy.
Right, we've got to defend for 5.5 laps. We're on for something here in the sprint. It's just a question of who else is going to catch us. But I think we're on for a top 6 finish.
small lift off 12 the tyres.
Copy box.
Use anti-deploy, use anti-deploy.
Copy.
We push on tyres.
Copy.
Oscar is almost in range.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
We can get him onto Albon, we can get past him and then try and get onto the back of Hamilton. Max is still down in 12th place. I think I can probably get away with pushing these tyres pretty much to the end now.
No more energy.
Copy.
Oh, getting range, getting range, getting range. No. Should have pushed what little battery I had. Never mind. Next lap. Alonso starting to push a little bit, closing up. Norris has found his way up into 7th place, so more points on the cards for McLaren.
Overtake button.
Copy. On tyres, we are good to push one step more. Okay, mate, copy.
Push on the tyres.
Copy.
Three laps to go.
We're not going to hold the DRS. Yeah, Stroll definitely pushing a little bit compared to us. Ferrari's going to probably get us here. Wilson's not giving it up without a fight. He's going to have to back out of it, I think. Yeah, valiant effort, but hey, 5th is fantastic. 5th is still, 4 points. Points for the sprint is 8 for first, and then goes down by a point. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to 8. So we're on for 4 points in 5th place.
use energy. Copy.
If we can sneak our way back in front of Leclerc, it's only worth an extra point, unfortunately, but hey, it's an extra point. Two laps to go.
Recharge on.
Okay.
I don't think Oscar's going to catch Albon. He's in the train. Shame we couldn't make a little bit more forward progress with Oscar. Not quite sure why he's lacking in pace this weekend. Ah, big lockup. That's it.
Just focus on charging the pack. Copy.
So this is what happened. Right, we're down
We
at
did
turn
push him
5.
really hard. It's not surprising. That was always a risk. It's a risk with Lawson, but you know we've got to take that risk.
Yellow in the straight.
I think the points that we're trying to hang on to, and we've got to keep pushing him.
Copy.
So Oscar's effectively going to start from last
Copy.
in the main race. Maybe we can be a bit more aggressive with his strategy in the race. Maybe we can look at a 2-stop for him. Well, but again, we don't know what's going to happen with the weather. It could be just a short bit of rain. It could be an entirely wet race. I don't know. We've got one lap to see if we can hold off Alonso, who is flying compared to us. Over a second quicker. He's probably going to get
Last lap.
DRS on the Camel Straight here.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Copy.
Hold him off if you can.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Overtake button.
Copy that.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy that.
No. This is why I hate using battle assist.
Copy that.
God damn it.
We leave it to you.
Copy.
Oh, well, it's 3 points. But, hey, look on the bright side. Look how far ahead of Sainz we
Perez is the
finished. We
winner
actually
of
had
the
more
sprint.
pace than the Ferrari tonight.
Check the flag.
Kind of messed things up a little bit at the end there, but I'll take those 3 points. Is there anything that'll make me rethink Lawson? If Lawson had a head model, I wouldn't even be considering getting rid of him, but like I said, we are making forward progress. It's not going to be long before we get our first podium, and I don't want that to be something that we don't get to enjoy. And as long as, you know, Lawson stays on the grid with another team, I'll be happy with that.
The Alpha
So,
Tauri driver there with a
It's
good
likely going to be
points finish in
Schumacher
this
that we
sprint.
sign,
I imagine they'll roll up their sleeves now,
which
and make
means
sure their
Lawson
next
will go and
performance
partner up with
goes
Valtteri.
even better.
And as Valtteri moves. 6th place. Still, that's 3 much needed points, and that's a start inside the top 10 for the main race as well. So chance of more points perhaps in the main race, depending on what the weather does, how well Liam drives. Disappointing for Oscar. We managed to gain, some places. We've got him up to 15th before his lock-up dropped down to 17th, but he's got a 3-place penalty which will be applied now, which will drop him down to the back of the grid.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Motor car racing didn't have the best of starts at Spa-Francorchamps. Only one driver registered for the very first car race back in 1921, so a motorbike race replaced it instead. Times have changed, and now Spa is a solid fixture on the F1 calendar.
How do you think Oscar Piastri is feeling as we get nearer to race time?
They don't seem to be getting the best from the car right now, to be honest. Not sure if it's the balance or just an issue with confidence, but something needs to change.
Well, this may well be another Belgian Grand Prix for the ages, so stick around and find out how it all ends.
Alright, see what the weather's going to do. 8-place penalty? What? How has he got an 8-place penalty? He's not running a new part. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. He's starting at the back anyway. Right, let's have a look at the weather. What is it going to do? Okay. So, that to me suggests... Oops. That we one-stop it. Like that. Which means we can't really go for a 2-stop with Oscar, I don't think. It's only 3 seconds quicker. Yeah, we've got to try something. I don't get why he was so off the pace. Just checking that they are both running the same spec of car. Yeah, for whatever reason, car's just not talking to Oscar here. Alright, well, here we go then. A 1-stop for Liam, a 2-stop for Oscar. Very aggressive 2-stop. Extra fuel for both. Let's see if we can do something.
We've got 44 laps ahead of us here in Spa as we get ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. If Pierre Gasly's feeling the pressure, he's certainly not showing it.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. You can hear the excitement in the crowd here at the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Keep pushing, you know what to do. Copy.
Right, Oscar up to 19th already. Ooh, look at that. Everyone's on softs. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very defensive opening period for Liam, but if he can hold on, he might be able to make this work. Because the AI is going to have to box. And we're not. Yeah, Oscar needs some more work. He will eventually come good. It's just we haven't had him in our training ecosystem long enough yet. He's only had half a season with us. Yeah, if we'd had him from day one of this career mode, he would have gained like 4 or 5 rating points in the first season. So he'd be pushing 80, 84, 85 by now. Overall, he would definitely be quicker than he is. And again, we're kind of stuck in dirty air, which is not good for our car. It's terrible for our car.
You can back off a bit. Copy.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Come on, Liam. Stay within that 1 second, please.
DRS enabled.
Come on, stay in the 1 second. I think we missed it. Got a little bit of a gap to Norris. Yeah, we missed it. Norris didn't. He's going to steamroller up to us. 1 lap pushing like this, and then I've got to ease those tyres down.
Bring the pack up. Copy.
It's not enough. These mediums just can't keep up with the softs.
So we need 1 step more management.
Yeah, copy.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
You've got energy.
Copy.
Wilson's been passed.
I know it's difficult, but keep
But
focus.
we got passed before we got to Eau Rouge, so we got the DRS. That kept Russell behind us. We are still stuck here. Magnussen in that dirty air. In that DRS of Bottas. Means that we're just not going anywhere at the moment. Let's try and get a bit of battery in the car.
Copy.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy.
Don't see any real point in fighting too hard to stay ahead of these guys at this stage.
Slow down.
Copy.
It's going to hurt our confidence every time we get past, but hopefully we can limit how often that happens. Get the confidence back up quickly enough.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Oh, that's a lock-up for Kevin. So we're up to 18th.
Yellow flag.
Copy.
And if we watch Magnussen, nothing at this point. Very heavy on the brakes.
I
And
heard
they'll
the
need to
squeal
be
of the
mindful
tyres
the
before I
effect
saw
that
him
that had on the
spearing off.
tyres.
I thought it was us for a second.
You can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Can't keep chasing. If I keep chasing, I'm going to burn out these tyres and have to make another stop, in which case it would have been better just to go soft. Maybe I should have done. I didn't expect the rest of the field to be on soft. I honestly thought that we would see a bit of a spread. I thought we'd see some on mediums, maybe one or two on hards, and nope. It's just me and Schumacher. That's it. Right, Joe's nabbed me, so let's just cool the tyres down a touch.
Focus on bringing the pack
Get
back
some
up.
battery in the car
Yep.
and try and pounce. Coming out of radio.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Okay, copy.
Luckily, we're not losing huge amounts of confidence with these overtakes.
You're good to push on tyres.
Copy.
I'm really starting to wonder whether I've made a mistake by going for the one stop here. hoping that the time lost by the other cars will be greater than the time we lose by just being slow but not stopping that second time.
Let's get him.
Well, I can see us losing quite a few places very quickly here with Liam. Need to find a way through. Right, here we go. Here's a chance. Up the inside into Puon. Nope. Maybe we can get him coming out of Stavelo too. Oh, actually got him into Stavelo 1. Nice, there we go. Ocon has finally got through. Max is side by side with us right now, so we're going to lose to Max as well. Problem we've got now with Max being in front of Ocon is Max is going to break away, Ocon's going to go with him, and we're going to get left behind again. This is going to get us into Puon. There we go. Oh, that's a mistake from Yuki. Under pressure from Oscar.
This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda. And nearly, just running wide. Well, hopefully not a sign of things to come.
Well, Oscar and Joe tag teaming in there. Everyone else's softs are not wearing down as quickly as I would have liked.
Back off.
just want to try and get us into a position where we can settle the pace down a bit, stay with the soft runners, and then start to protect these tyres a bit. I'm not quite there yet. Crossover hasn't quite happened.
Okay.
It's getting close though.
Use energy.
Oh, we got a spin. Alex Albon.
Yellow. Copy. Energy if you need it.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy that.
And that's Oscar up into 17th. No, 16th place. Right, can we now push onto the back of Joe?
We can push one more step on tyres.
Copy box.
Another yellow flag.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Sector 1. No one's in Sector 1.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
That's the end of Sector 2.
Sorry about that, guys.
Recharge on.
Copy that.
Right, I think we're starting to see that switch of pace, because we are hanging with Ocon very comfortably now.
No energy.
So we might be able to actually start to try and move forward again soon. Just want to get a little bit of battery in the car while we're okay. Like this. But I am wary of Ocon dropping off the back of the others too quickly.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Really pushing Oscar hard here. I'm going to go for an undercut.
Automatic button.
Evening refill. Right, last lap before we box for Oscar.
Box, box. Copy, box.
Schumacher's caught up.
so we can fight.
Copy.
And use anti-deploy.
Copy.
Thought you were talking about me for a second there, Mr. Watch. I'm like, you cheeky bugger. Then I realised you were talking about Crofty. At least I hope you were talking about Crofty.
Back off. Copy that.
Overtake button.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, come on. I was just going to say, it's looking a good stop. Nice and smooth, and then we lost 4 seconds. But we have got back up to 11th place.
Clear on exit.
That'll give Liam a confidence reset.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
Just lack of pace on these tyres. You know, there's only 2 drivers on the mediums. We're one of them. So we've had a period where we've really been kind of struggling.
Stay close to the
I'm not sure I can make these tyres last until the rain comes with any kind of degree of pace, so I'm just going to sprint him flat out now for 2 laps, boxing for well, maybe just 1 lap, boxing for a set of softs, I think. See if we can recover something.
Recharge on.
Copy.
These tyres are at 65%. I mean, they'll go the distance to the rain, but they're not going to be in any real kind of shape. 13 seconds up the lead. Maybe it's worth keeping them out.
Recharge on. Recharge.
Try and make sure we can hold off Ocon here.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
Rain's probably going to come a little bit earlier than I thought it would, so yeah, we'll stay out. I just don't know if the mediums are, if the soft runs are going to stay out as well.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah.
Evening, Callum. Can I change teams? I could, but I'm not going to in this series. We're staying with Alpha Tauri all the way through. Oh, it's a general request. Yeah, it's something they patched in this year. Last version of the game didn't have team switching. This one, it was patched in September. So yeah, at the end of every season, or if you get fired, you get the chance to choose a different team.
Get your head down, you can do this, come on.
In the hypothetical situation I get fired from Alpha Tauri, what would happen? Well, that might be the end of the hardcore series. I don't know. I mean, we could theoretically move to another team and start again, but I don't know. We would also have the option to retry part of the season as well, and avoid getting fired. So maybe we would do that. Oh wow, Schumacher's killed those tyres, trying to keep pace with us. Going for a fastest lap run now with Oscar. Hopefully we've got enough battery left in the car to have a full lap at full push. We went purple in the second and third sectors, so we might be able to sneak the fastest lap. Again, we didn't take on that gamble, so we won't get the financial reward for it. And unless we can suddenly get Oscar into the top 10, we're not going to get the point for it either.
Let's push now, the tires is good.
Okay, copy.
Like Ocon's trying to sprint away from us.
Pressure on the overtake.
Right, rain's coming quicker than I expected it would.
Stay close to the cars in front.
So we'll just hammer these tyres now. Oscar's flying. Probably should have boxed him a couple of laps earlier than I did. And there is the fastest lap, so we got bragging rights at least. Yellow flag. It's not Oscar, that's good.
Charge on.
Oh, a lock up for Gasly.
Now
Oh,
this
Gasly was in
happens
second
down
place.
at turn 8.
That's going to drop him way
Brakes
down.
couldn't cope, and hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
Yeah, he's down to 6.
Recharge on.
Okay, copy.
Focus on bringing the pack
Another
back up.
yellow flag.
Yellow flag ahead.
Spin for Albon.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
On at the inside at Pouillon. Not quite. to absolutely maximise the rubber we've got left now. I think the AI is doing exactly the same on their tyres. If you leave it too long to start pushing again with these. There's going to be carnage in the pits again. Everyone's going to be boxing around the same sort of time. I'm really hoping someone's going to gamble and box now at the end of this lap.
No more energy for now.
Here comes the rain. It's going to be damp in 1 minute, which means we've probably got a box at the end of this lap. Certainly going to do that with Oscar. Do I take that gamble with Lawson? I think I have to.
Copy. Box.
Box for Inter.
This could be my chance to try and jump a couple of cars in front of us. If they stay out and go another lap.
Do we think it's good for Inter?
Ah, no, they're all boxing, look. Well, some of them are staying out. Stroll has stayed out. Perez has stayed out. Norris has stayed out. Sainz has stayed out. We've got a chance here to gain a couple of places back. God damn it, another shitty stop. Well, at least we got back out in front of Ocon though, so
Track is clear.
we lost a place to Schumacher, but we gained a place against Ocon.
Recharge on.
Copy box.
Where's Oscar? 18th. He's right behind Tsunoda, so he looks like he's lost out to... No. Yes. Did I lose out to Tsunoda? Not sure.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Copy.
I was 18th going in. Okay, so we held position there.
We need to protect the front tires.
Copy.
Slow.
Right, there we go. So that's Perez, Stroll, Norris and Sainz all in the box. Sainz is going to get us, and Norris is just going to get us, but they're only just ahead of us. Norris is going to be vulnerable to Schumacher here because his tyres are not warmed up.
Energy is available.
given the cars that we're chasing, Norris and Schumacher, we are in with a shout of a point, which is what I was aiming for off the back of the sprint, was to see if we could maybe, you know, stay in the top 10. We're not far off at the moment.
Charge on. Charge on.
Come on, Oscar.
Copy.
Got more pace than Yuki here.
If you could push a bit harder and try and get up to him, let's see. Take some free air.
Now we can see what happened. Here we are down at turn 7. And they just
Ooh,
can't
big
keep
trip
on the
across the
track.
gravel there.
And
That's
they'll
wiped
find
out a little bit of
themselves
speed
at a
for Charles
disadvantage
Leclerc, but
if
he's
they
held
keep on.
position. Come on. Get him under braking. Get him under braking. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Got him.
We need to focus on the energy now.
The car isn't quite working as well as it should in these conditions. I've been impressed actually with how well Schumacher's been running in this race. He's certainly putting an advert in for himself for next season. Just wish we had a little bit more confidence in Liam at the moment. Oscar's confidence, you know, is right where it needs to be, but he's just too far back to do anything in this race. Give Lawson every chance to get past Schumacher. If I can get past Schumacher, Norris has caught and past Sainz. Norris is looking quick here. We had more pace than Sainz in the sprint, just. If we can get past Schumacher and get that confidence boost, maybe we can go after Sainz and we can get Sainz. So we're struggling to stay with Schumacher at the moment.
Do everything you can, mate. Use energy now. And we need some big PU cooling.
That's worth a try.
We need to focus on getting the pack up.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy that.
Oscar's got more pace than Albon at the moment, just hasn't got the ability to get past him. If I can get past him, I can get past Bottas and then slowly try and eke up onto the back of Joe. It'd be nice to get both cars in the top 15.
We need to cool the car.
Copy.
Come on, under braking, under braking, under braking. Good lad. Well, Albon suddenly turned the pace up a bit.
Let's see what happened there. Now the Alpha Tauri involved here. The gap opens up for them. The points in touching distance now.
Back off now.
Just cool the tyres down properly for Oscar. Been running him pretty hot for a while.
Keep looking after these tyres.
And charge on, charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Slow down.
Copy.
Try and cool them down for Liam as well.
So let's push.
Copy.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Let's take a look at tyre wear. A little worse than the cars around us. That's okay. It's not too bad. Only a couple of percent. As long as it doesn't get, you know, a 6, 7, 8% difference, we'll be alright. So we've got that clean air now as well, so we should start to hopefully close in on Sainz and Norris and maybe even pull away from Schumacher a bit. Oscar still just keeping the watching brief, letting those tyres cool down. Fuel is not an issue at the moment. While it's wet, and it's going to stay wet all the way through to the end now. And fuel burn is reduced, so if we go into standard fuel push, we'll actually start to rack up some spare fuel pretty quickly. And Lawson, you can see with that boost in his confidence, has now gapped Schumacher and is right on the back of Sainz and Norris. And I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident about our chances of points.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can. Use energy.
See if they can pick off Albon now. Bottas has closed the gap down to Zhou. 10 seconds back. About 3 laps ago.
Focus forward. Cool the engine.
Copy.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah, copy.
Recharge.
Copy that.
Can push one step more.
Okay, copy.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy that.
Right, hopefully this time next lap we'll have enough battery to actually try and make a move on Sainz and Norris. Sainz might even be vulnerable. Put him under some pressure.
Stay close to the car in front. Use deploy, use deploy.
Okay, mate.
Be brave, be brave, be brave. Ah. Oh, good lad. Now complete the move through No Name. Beautiful stuff. We're in the points. Whew.
Recharge on.
We can just focus on charging a pack.
Yeah.
Not that I doubted it, John. It's just I wanted to be a bit more cautious this time with my proclamations, given what I've been saying for the last 2 weekends.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
All right, rain's going to start easing off in well, about now, really. So I need to make these moves while we have the opportunity.
Use energy.
Copy.
So use the free air.
Copy.
There's always going to be a risk with the slipstream for Albon with Bottas there.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Overtake button.
Okay.
No energy, bottom of the pack.
Oh, there we go. We got Norris up into 9th.
Back off, back off, back off.
So So slow.
Just can't get past Albon because he's stuck right on the back of Bottas. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Copy.
Do some left and coast.
Copy.
That Williams is a good car. It's just stuck behind, you know, Valtteri, who is a very good driver in the rubbish car.
We need to do lift off. Use anti-deploy as much as you can.
Don't want to take the gamble of charging up at the start of the lap, potentially leave me vulnerable on the camel straight. Wait till we clear Radion before we do that.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, Oscar.
No saving required.
Copy.
Albon's dropped off a bit. This is our chance.
Yeah, use the free air.
Copy.
We need some PU cooling.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, finally. Ah, man, that was hard work.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Lift and coast into 12.
Right, can't really afford to push Lawson's tyres anymore. Well, at least not for a while anyway.
We're at the bottom of the pack, no more energy.
Right, hopefully Lawson can just tread water for another few laps like that, build the battery back up, get a little bit of fuel backed up, keep the tyres healthy. And push on Valtteri in a moment.
Work on your PU cooling.
Copy.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Got him. Beautiful. All right, Oscar into the top
Let's
15.
have a look at that. Now there's the car of Piastri. It's there for the taking. And that sees them move to 15.
It's just, where could he have finished if he'd started a little higher up? Wasn't coming under pressure, but managing it very well at the moment. As things stand, we're on for another 2 points. That'll be 5 points gained from this Grand Prix weekend. Still a long way to go. Counting those points before I've earned them.
No more overtaking.
I'm considering I'm going to go for it.
Let's try everything we can. Charge on.
We're going to try and sandbag a bit. Give Oscar a chance to try and catch up to the back of these guys. This is a risk. I'm only going to do this for 1 or 2 laps, I think. And I'm only taking this risk because A, Lawson's confidence is really high at the moment. B, I know he's got the pace to get back through if he does get caught out. Also gives him a chance to get his battery nice and charged up as well. The only way we were going to get another place going forward would be if there was a retirement. But this does give Oscar a vague possibility. maybe getting into 10th, which would then be 2 more points, because that would bring the fastest lap back into play. This is a very risky strategy, because I'm going to be under so much pressure with Lawson here. Just hope he can hold it together.
Charge off now.
Copy.
Charge.
Let's take a closer look. Now the Alpha Tauri involved here. The opportunity's there. And they move into 9th.
One click overtake is available.
Oscar took nearly 2 seconds out of us on that last lap.
We need more lift and coast in 10.
Overtake button. Okay, we charge on, recharge on.
Copy. Right, so the gap is 7 seconds to Lawson.
Push 2 steps harder. Copy.
No saving required. And you are free to use the energy when you want.
Six laps to go. Copy.
Press and overtake.
Yeah, copy.
We need to
cool the car.
Okay, copy.
Stay close to the cars in front.
We go charge on.
Copy.
Push up to Ocon, he's the car ahead. Overtake button.
Copy that.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Five to go.
Norris is suddenly becoming very stubborn. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Yes, 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 yes.
Charge on. We need to protect the front tires.
Oscar's not going to catch up in time. I'm not going to take this risk anymore. Might be able to get him up into 13th, but I can't risk throwing away 9th place.
We can push flat out on tires.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Gonna be a grandstand finish.
Yep. Copy.
Lift off to avoid instability.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Use everything.
Copy.
3 laps after this.
Big PU cooling.
Good stuff, Oscar. Good stuff.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Got a 2-second gap to Sainz now. About 5 seconds off Sainz. Yeah, pretty much exactly 5 seconds. Well, 4.9 now. Just didn't quite have enough. I mean, maybe I could have tried to do the slow down trick a little bit longer, but I just didn't want to take that gamble. Throw away a point in the pursuit of another one. Sometimes it's better to settle for what you've got rather than risk an extra 2.
2 laps to go.
Copy that.
No energy.
I mean, if something happens, you never know. So considering how the first half of this race went for Oscar, where he is right now is very good indeed. Lawson doing a bang-up job here. Going to bring home another 2 points for the yellow flag. No, it's Oscar.
Keep pushing.
That's a crash.
Now there's the car of Piastri. Oh no! Why'd they
Oh no,
go?
it's just a lockup.
But all
Okay. But that's dropped him back down to 17th. Let's just bring it home. It's probably a
Need to look after the
a
tyres.
handy reminder to ease off on Lawson for the final
only
lap as
contact
well.
the tyres.
Just make sure he doesn't do anything stupid and throw away those points.
Slow down.
Copy.
We've been pushing Lawson, not
Lift
Lawson, sorry, Oscar,
now.
so long and so hard. It's not surprising
Yellow.
that he was going to eventually lock up. You know, our brake cooling is the worst on the grid. Oh, it's a big
And
spin
this is last lap.
for Sainz. Oh, God. If we had made that mistake, where could we have been?
Yellow.
Copy.
We could have had 12th. Never mind, it's still only 12th. But that does mean it's another point. God damn, for McLaren. They just keep on scoring. 6th is beyond us, but 7th. Maybe we're back in the hunt for 7th. Can't wait for us to get that new front wing at Zandvoort. What was the other part we're working on as well? New side pods,
Perez
just
has
to help
crossed the
improve
line
the engine
first.
cooling a little bit. So, Perez wins from Alonso and then Russell. Verstappen got himself back up to 4th in the end. So he's not going to get another victory. He's not going to get 10 out of 13. Stays on 9 wins for the season, but Lawson brings it home in 9th place.
Checker flag.
And that is 2 more huge points for us. That's 5 points that we've scored over Williams today. And that brings us, I think, into a single-digit gap to Williams.
This is the checker flag.
Had to work really hard for that, but very satisfying points. Be interesting to see how we could have done had it been a dry race. All the way through.
That was a brilliant performance from the Alpha Tauri driver.
That really was such a strong performance, and they come away from today with a top 10 finish. Amazing, really, really good for the team.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it. No stranger to the podium, the Mexican driver now takes his place after another remarkable race.
What a great way to take their 3rd win this year. They've definitely found their form.
And there you have it, a smiley podium lineup at the Belgian Grand Prix. And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
I tell you what, the 2 results couldn't be more polar opposite today. One driver right up there, but then it was such a disappointment on the other side of the garage. Mixed feelings at the end of this one, no doubt.
And that is that for this weekend's F1 action here in Belgium.
For the next round, Formula 1 won't be straying too far. We'll be heading to the dunes of Zandvoort and the lightning speed of the Dutch Grand Prix.
Well, there we go then, confirmation of the final result. It is the forgotten men who hit the podium, Perez and Russell, alongside Alonso. Good race for George, actually, up 6 places. Good race for Max, getting up into 4th place. Disappointing race for both the Ferraris. Leclerc dropping a couple of places. Sainz not really doing much, down 5 places in the race. A great result for Lewis, up 6 places. Gasly down 6 after that big lockup. Lawson was always going to drop down from 6th, but to fight back up into 9th and get those 2 vital points for us. Hell of a drive. And a great race for Zhou, up 8 places. In the end, Oscar gained 3 places. Could have been more. He could have had 12th if hadn't had that big lockup, but it just wasn't his day today. It wasn't his weekend, really. For whatever reason, he qualified badly, and it's just been an uphill battle since then. Like I said, hopefully with the new front wing to improve our brakes, that'll help him out a little bit. But yeah, he's certainly lagging behind Liam at the moment. Let's take a look at the driver standings. Max with 12 points is hunted down a bit by Checo. That gap comes down to 49 points now. Leclerc is a long way off in 3rd place, losing 20 more points to Perez. That gap now is 95 points. It's a big gap. Very big gap. Alonso just 3 points behind now after his podium. Obviously, these are the points scored across the entire sprint weekend. And if we move a little bit further down, there we see 8 points now for Lawson, 5 gained over the sprint and the race. That is very important for us as we move to the Constructors' Championship. We're now just 7 points behind Williams. We are back in the hunt for 7th place. 6th is long gone. We've got no chance of getting up with McLaren, but we've got every chance now of overhauling Williams if we can keep this performance gain going. Aston Martin do jump ahead of Ferrari, not surprising given how bad Ferrari's weekend has been. They're 7 points ahead of them now, and even Mercedes closed the gap a little bit, 40 points the gap. Maybe they're not completely out of the hunt for 3rd place just yet. In the pit stops, we got 4th place. Once again, we lose out to Red Bull, and we lose out to McLaren, and even Ferrari as well. But we'll still be in a strong 2nd place, I think. Let's take a look. There you see, we are 85 points behind Red Bull now. No. Yes, 85 points behind. And we are 85 points ahead of McLaren. So holding steady in 2nd place for now. Ferrari in 4th place, keeping pace with McLaren but not closing the gap. And they are comfortably ahead of Alpine, who have jumped ahead of Mercedes. Strong weekend for Alpine. Gasly getting the fastest pit stop there. Mercedes only picking up 6 points this weekend. But yeah, 2 bad stops. A sticky... No, both of them jack delays as well. No sticky wheel nuts this time. Let's take a look at over the weekend. We had 23 successful defences, 14 failed for Liam. Going forward, 7 successful overtakes, 8 failed. Oscar, 12 successful overtakes, 19 failed. Only 3 successful defences though, and 7 failed. And a couple of big lockups as well, which did not help his cause. In terms of sponsorships, we pay out a driver bonus to Liam for getting in the top 10. And then we lose 40 grand for not getting both cars into Q2 again. This is a race where we should comfortably have been able to do that, and for whatever reason, Oscar just couldn't get the tyres switched on and wasn't able to capitalise on the car's potential. And it was just downhill from there. But we did get 1 car into Q3. So, well, of course we did. We got 2nd place in qualifying. So we get an extra bit of cash there as well. 2.8 added to our bank balance. That's quite nice. Just in time for the summer break. And it's a great way to sign off the first half of the season, going into our mid-season review with points. And a nice shiny upgrade for the board as well, just in time. Alan Permain also improves his performance rating. Very nice. So we are below target on our season objective. Our long-term objective, we are below target on that as well. Not that surprising. Board do still have medium confidence in us though, so we get 750,000 out of them as a confidence payment. That could have gone worse. Let's have a look at the board's confidence. They were delighted with Spa. Fantastic. It's the first delighted we've had in a very, very long time. And they are currently happy on objectives because we did get our 2023 objective done. So that will hopefully keep us in the black when it comes to our season objectives this year, which are looking like we're going to fail both of them. Although who knows, maybe we can go on a bit of a run and we can get points in 9 of the remaining 10 races. It's a big ask. Right, let's see. what has failed. Front wing has failed. Okay, side pods failed. But we've got new ones on the way. So we'll slap those ones on for now. Rear wing has failed. Let's install the last one we've got there. Let's go to our inbox. Yeah, we've just checked out the car part bits. Boardroom upgrade is complete, so we're now getting the maximum 25% race confidence gain just in time as well. It's Roman Staniak who gets the F2 win ahead of Kushmaini and Dino Beganovic, and then Brad Benavides ahead of Safia Ahmad and Pepe Marti in the F3 race. Do we want more sponsorship obligations? No, we do not. Helipad is now refurbed. Okay, so we've got 4.3 million. Car part development. You can see these parts going through right now. We'll be able to get these manufactured in time for Zandvoort. And then in 9 days' time we can start work on the next upgrade, which will probably be suspension, I think, was what we were looking at as the next part. That's a spare suspension there. Actually, I know I'm going to need some spare rear wings now, aren't I? Yeah, let's go ahead and make 2 more for now. We might get another rear wing knocked out before the end of the year, so let's not give us too many unneeded spare parts. And there we go, we've finally resolved the issue between Liam and Mattia, so that will help with Liam's confidence rating going into races. What else do we need to look at spare part wise? I can do with an extra chassis and an extra underfloor. Well, the extra chassis is on its way, so let's work on getting a spare underfloor as well. There we go. Weather Centre refurb is done. Ben gets an improvement in his rating. Very nice. There we go. Side pods are done, and I've just used up all my slots, haven't I? Luckily, we're only a day away from the rear wing being done, so that's okay. That could have gone worse. Right, let's get this suspension sorted out. Do I have any hours left? Not for another month. Alright, that's not ideal. We kind of need hours, I think, if we're going to max the suspension. So maybe I knock out another underfloor then. What could I actually do with a new underfloor? Not much. The underfloor's pretty good. Again, we're going to really need hours for that. Let's take a look at the suspension. See what kind of gains I can get without hours. Nothing substantial. Yeah, I do really need hours for that. Alright, so we'll hold off on that. How long till that project is done? 6 days. Alright, we'll hold off and we'll probably knock out another rear wing while we're waiting for new hours. I don't know, and then maybe a new chassis as well. Get some minor upgrades going. rear wing spare is made. So let's go into manufacturing now. Get these new side pods into production. I'm going to miss a day. It's not a sprint. So that's okay. We can get that on the car before qualifying. There we go. How long on the other parts? 3 days for the chassis, 4 for the underfloor. That's okay. That's good. That's the end of the month, so we get a bit of cash and we get to do some training. Right, so how have our drivers progressed over the last month? We've gained a point in cornering for Oscar, a point in defending, a point in overtaking and defending, and a point in reactions for Liam. Not bad. Right. Need to work on our speed. It's been a bit slacky recently. Just give it a Sunday off. There we go. That's what we're going to go with for this month. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the grid. So Williams have upgraded their wind tunnel. Haas saying that, you know, they're doing shit, which we know. Spare chassis is done. Spare underfloor is done. Still got 11 days to go until the end of the well, till the Grand Prix. Let's look at knocking out a new rear wing. Go with that. We're just looking to try and improve our dirty air performance as much as we can because it is so bad at the moment. So we'll go with that. When can we get that? Suzuka's in 38 days. It's going to take 6 days to get 2, so let's go like that. Put 5 engineers on it. And then let's get a new research project going. We're going to be building a new suspension soon, so we can't lock that up. So let's make sure that we work on the side pod, because that's going to be affected quite heavily next season. One engineer, it's the last one we've got. There we go. New front wing is ready in 2 days. There we go. And our chassis project is done now. Right, let's start building these new wings. So, front wing. 8 days, so let's go with 4 of these into production. We'll get 2 before the Grand Prix, and the third one will be ready on the day of qualifying, same as the second side pod. Now you can see we're getting a 4% boost to our dirty air there, and a little bit of improvement to our downforce, and a couple of ranks gained on our brake cooling as well. Is there anything else that needs to be built? Maybe another suspension. Might be a good idea. Yeah, we've got one at medium risk, so let's get another suspension going, because it's going to be a while till the other one's going to be ready to be built. So we'll get one more of these built as well. There we go. So we'll have a couple of spares. Right. Got a slot or 2 available, and 4 engineers. Let's get a front wing research project done. Put 2 engineers on that, and let's get a new chassis into production. There we go, we'll go with that. 1 engineer, 30 days. Means we'll have these for LaSalle. We won't have these for Suzuka. There we go. Team Hub refurb is complete. Excellent stuff. Well, our scouting report's back. So Resta has 16 months left on his. Allison's had a contract in 4 months. Obviously Cardile is a free agent. And Pierre is out of contract in 4 months. It's just a shame we're not able to snipe him. What scouting can we get done? Not a lot. Let's scout out some engineers. Just get some data on these guys. There we go. That's our 4 scouts applied. Ooh, nice. Bring that forward a little bit more, and that's a completely free, extra week. Very nice indeed. I wonder, actually, can I? Maybe take a couple of engineers off here now. If I take one off, that means I can now speed up the chassis a little bit. Maybe I can sneak one of those onto the car for Suzuka. There we go, spare suspension is done. So, I've got some bits to put on cars. Let's have a quick look at where we sit before we start making those upgrades. That's our current car's performance. So you can see we've lost a little bit in the DRS. Actually, no, I don't think we have. I think it's tied up with Liam's car. You can see our downforce, again, still hurting in the low and medium speed. But let's see what happens when we slap on some new parts. So let's go to car 1. This is Liam's car. Just going to put the new front wing on one car for now. So we want to see the updated improvements. The new side pod. Both running the same underfloor. Both running the same suspension. So, if we do a car analysis now. There you can see the improvements we've made. So the speed, it's a minuscule improvement. It effectively hasn't really gone up at all, but we have gained a little bit in the low and medium speed. An extra rank on each of those. A little bit more in the high speeds. We've gained 4% in dirty air, which is nice. Brake cooling has gained 1.5%, nearly 2%. That's nice. We've gained another 1.5% in engine cooling as well. So it's starting to come together. We are almost on the verge of competitiveness again. When we get our new rear wing and new chassis, they will also help. And then when the month ends and we get our new ATR period, then we can power through a brand new suspension and hopefully make a significant improvement in that area of the car. So we are starting to get where we need to be. Let's give that new front wing to Oscar as well now. There we go. And then we just need to wait until quali for the side pod. So that's it for tonight. What a great way to end our summer run by actually getting back into the points in a decent way. 2 points gained in the main race, 3 points gained in the sprint. Could have been 4, but we made a mistake. So very, very, very happy with that. We're just 7 points off Williams now in the Constructors' Championship. We are hunting down 7th place. It's nice to not be miserable at the end of a stream again. So can we carry some of that across into the Netherlands at Zandvoort? Less confident about our chances there. I think maybe if we're really lucky with maybe a safety car, we might be in a position to challenge. But I'm not expecting great things there. Monza is also going to be tough, again, because of our dirty air performance. That's really not going to help us at all. So a couple of potentially quite tough races coming up. We do, as I say, have some upgrades coming. I don't know how we're going to do it at Marina Bay at Singapore. That could be a really bad race for us, because we just don't have the performance in the car for that type of circuit, unfortunately. Suzuka we could do reasonably well at, especially once we get the new bits on the car, and then Losail after that. I'm hopeful that we can do quite well at Losail. The new chassis is going to give us a nice big boost to our medium speed downforce just in time for Losail, which is mostly medium speed corners. So if we can get through the next few races without the car falling to bits, maybe from Losail onwards we can start looking at trying to pick up some points again. Who knows? We shall see. We'll start that quest with Zandvoort tomorrow, the usual time, 8 PM UK. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.